YOLO amazing people of the tube. So I just stopped by to the liquor store and the owner was there, right? And I told it there was some Absolute, and I was like, nah, I don't want the Absolute because it has a gay flag on it. I'm not in support of it anymore. And I had this conversation. I was like, give me the Stoli. And he's not going to bring any more of the colorful gay flag shit into his store, because he has a 12-year-old kid. And I was like, hey, man, like in 2023, man, I'm taking a stand, man. Like, I'm not with any of the fucking gay shit, bro. Just straight up. So he understood what I was saying. And his entire liquor store is no longer going to be supporting the gay flag or any of that shit, right? And I had this conversation, and really short, because I knew the guy. Go there because I know the owner, right? And all this goes back to schools, right? Like, I'm in North Hollywood right now. This is where all those parents are, like, standing up against the transgender movement and all this stuff, right? And it's like, man, it's messed up, because, like, I actually know psychology. I've studied psychology thoroughly. I've never practiced psychology, but I've studied it to the master's level. Okay? I know gender dysmorphia. I know the causes of it, the symptoms. I know the tests, the studies, all the stuff that are pertaining to all this shit, right? And the messed up part is that these people, they know exactly what the hell they're doing. And they're masquerading it as if it's about LGBTQ rights, when in reality it's LGBTQ plus pedophiles trying to fucking groom your fucking kids knowingly. All right? And before you say this isn't about that, when these dudes were marching, what were they saying, man? They were saying, we want your kids, we're coming after your kids. That's what they were saying as they were marching. What normal human being fucking says something like that? And this is North Hollywood. You have a distinct grouping of people that live here. There's a whole bunch of Armenians, there's a whole bunch of Hispanics, there's a whole bunch of white, there's a whole bunch of black, people are not taking it. North Hollywood is part of LA. You guys have to understand, like, all the kids that are going to school, their parents are 90s kids, 80s babies, 90s kids, and we all migrated from LA. We're not taking that shit. You understand what I'm saying? We are not the most passive people on the fucking planet. Like, we're constrained, right? Like, we constrain ourselves, we refrain ourselves from certain fucking things, but don't get it twisted. This is not the most civil and most peaceful, loving people on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to people's kids. Trust me, man, this is a city that will fuck things up. You know what I'm saying? They just don't want to do it unnecessarily. And in regards to these kids, man, like, kids' brains are malleable, man. Like, they're sponges. They're pretty much Play-Doh. You can shape a kid's brain into fucking anything. There's a reason why the military wants 18-year-old boys to go into the military and not 25-year-old boys or men. It's because the front cortex of your brain isn't fully developed as a man until your mid-20s. And that's the portion of the brain that takes into consideration consequences, long-term actions, right? Like, it's the more strategic, more farther-looking part of the brain rather than just spontaneous and for the moment. Now, a lot of people might say, you know what, man, this is about gay rights. It's about LGBTQ rights, and this is this. And it's like, no, it's not, man. You guys have had your rights. People we've been giving you the way, right? We've been allowed you to fucking anything and everything. Like, you do you, long as you're not fucking, you're not in my space, I really don't give a fuck what you do in your space, right? And it's been a live and let live policy for the longest time, right? Like, I actually watched you guys go from not being able to get married, and then suddenly you're allowed to get married, and churches are accepting you guys. People didn't want to bake cakes for gay people, and then they started making cakes, and all these struggles, right? And people coming out as trans, as cats, as dogs. And it might sound funny, but one of my friends, he has a kid that goes to school, and one of the kids at school, this girl, comes in dressed as a cat. All right? They refer to this kid as a cat. They literally give this kid fucking cat food. You know what I'm saying? Like kibbles and bits and shit. It's fucking that crazy, dude. And they're fucking with you. They're fucking with all of us, right? And in short, man, in 2023, like I said in another video, man, I put my foot down, man. I'm not supporting any of the fucking gay shit. I'm not with it, man. You know, kick rocks, skip rocks, go do your fucking thing in your fucking space. But I'm not in support of any of you guys' shit. I'm not. If a store is rocking it, I'm not with it. If a product line has it, I'm not buying it. I'm voting with my dollar, and I'm refusing to give into this shit no more, man. Because it's gotten out of hand. It's become like degeneracy has become celebrated, and now it's being indoctrinated on fucking kids. Alright? On little fucking kids. You motherfuckers need to go to fucking prison. Let the prisoners deal with you. They know exactly how to deal with you. Short, simple, and to the fucking point. Because it's sick, man. It's sick. I don't care what it is, man. Like, and they want to portray it as if like it's some type of hate, or it's some type of fucking phobia, or this, right? It's none of that shit. Parents are simply saying, look, man, don't talk to my kids about sex. Don't talk to my kids about any type of fucking heterosexuals, homosexuals, bisexuals, fucking animal sexuals, whatever the fuck sexual. Don't fucking talk about this shit to my kids. Like, I remember, man, when I was in high school, dude, like, no, in junior high school. For 7th grade, we had sex ed. We had to take the forms to our parents. They had to sign it. And it was just basic sex ed. Parts of the body, pregnancy, illnesses, you know, like basic fucking shit. And our parents still had to okay the school teaching us this stuff. But now it's like, hey, anything goes. Hey, oh, you know, these crazy people, they want to ban books. Nah, motherfucker, ain't nobody trying to ban books. It's just that certain books aren't for fucking kids. You get what I'm saying? There's an age for every single type of fucking book out there, right? Like, if you're gonna read 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, you don't fucking give that to a kindergartner, right? That's not kindergartner's reading, right? You don't give like, damn, that dude was about to hit me. Sun Tzu's Art of War to elementary students. You know what I'm saying? Same thing goes with a lot of books. It's not about banning books. It's about making them age appropriate. When you go watch movies, they have a rating, right? It's rated R. It's PG-13. It's this, it's this. When you buy video games, it's E for everyone. It's 17 plus. It's adults. It's this, it's that, right? Like, you can't just bring pornographic books into schools and pornographic games and pornographic movies. You get what I'm saying? Like, we separate things into categories, man, and parents are saying that a lot of this shit falls into the unacceptable category. This is some shit, and it's some shit that even LGBTQ parents are like, hey man, this is a conversation I'm gonna have with my kid. Don't talk to my kid about LGBTQ shit. You know, gay couples are saying this. There's people that are transsexual that are saying like, hey man, leave the kids out of this. This isn't a topic for an 8-year-old. When the time comes, I will have this conversation. Who the fuck are you to conversate and tell my kids about, like, are you a boy, are you a girl, and then try and hide it from me? Like, motherfucker, you guys, like, I don't have kids that I know of. Alright? I practice. I don't have kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm practicing for the day I have kids. I have no fucking kids. But I got cousins. I got nieces and nephews. All my friends' kids call me their uncle, because those are, like, I'll die for those fucking kids, right? And it's like, dude, if I did have kids and you were feeding my kid fucking kibbles and bits because she said she's a cat that day, or you hid from me the fact that, you know, you somehow, hey, are you a boy or a girl? And my fucking 5-year-old said, I don't know, I want to be a fucking girl. And you hid it from me and started talking about fucking hormone therapy and castrating them. Motherfucker, I'll throw you in my trunk. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'll literally come to that school and throw you in my fucking trunk. I don't give a fuck about the consequences. Fuck the consequences. I'll throw your ass in the LA River on a rainy fucking day and see, you know, whatever the fuck happens, homie. You know, trick or treat, motherfucker. Halloween's around the fucking corner. You don't fuck with people's kids, man. Like, that's some border, like, you're really pushing the line into, like, hey man, you're in the borderline of your life is in fucking danger, right? Because it's only a matter of time. Like, hey man, you're doing it to this kid fell victim to it. If my kid falls victim to it, there's a lot of people out here that think like that, man. We're 90s kids, 80s babies, man. We think like that. Like, worst case scenario, I can always be violent, right? Like, it's not surprising. You watch the news, you see people rioting for no fucking reason, right? Street takeovers and fucking murders and this. What do you think people are gonna do when it comes to their fucking kids? Those same people, trust me, in their head, they're thinking like, man, I think I gotta send my wife to school, because if I go to school, this teacher might fucking end up in the fucking trunk. This is just the reality of shit, dude. People are not playing with certain fucking things. Imagine if you guys get arrested and go to prison, and then prisoners find out about this shit. Inmates. It's over, dude. It's over. There's no discussion. You're gonna get stabbed up, cut up, chopped up, bagged out. That's it. Because it's black and white. It's pretty fucking simple, man. Don't fuck with kids. Don't fuck with kids. Don't fuck with old people. Don't fuck with handicapped people, right? Don't fuck with animals. I don't know, man. It seems cut and dry to me, but for some weird reason, there's this fucking cult out there that, I don't know, man. There's like this cult-like shit going on in the background, dude. And this'll play out. It'll play out. Eventually, there's gonna be arrests. Eventually, there's going to be violence. Eventually, there's going to be massive lawsuits. And just the way the pendulum swung really hard to the fucking left, it's going to swing really hard to the right. The only difference is, when you're fucking around with real men, it's not about hurt feelings. And there becomes serious life and death consequences to shit, because real men are kick back, they hang back, they don't really want to fuck with shit too much, but when the time comes, they're gonna stand up like a fucking pit bull and tear shit apart and then go chill again. So when that pendulum swings to the right and men feel like, okay, now I need to do something as a man, well, we have very few options on how to deal with serious threats, right? Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna call 911? You're gonna call another man with a cannon on his side to come take care of your problem? Or do you take care of your problem, right? You got like one of two choices, right? 90s kids, well, we took care of we took care of ourselves. We took care of all our fucking problems. This is just another problem in the book. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm thinking a little violent today. Maybe. And by the way, I am not pushing for any type of violence towards anybody. I'm like fucking Buddha, non-violent. You know, live and let live. Don't even step on bugs. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, not everybody is thinking peaceful all the fucking time. And when it comes to people's kids, people tend to think less towards peace and more towards violence than other times. That's all I'm saying. I'm not approving. I'm not condoning. I'm not for. I'm just saying. It is what it is. I'm just saying it the way it fucking is. You like it, you like it. You don't like it, go fuck yourself. It is the way it is. Right? Human beings, we're like a war species. Or like, we're the evolution of wars throughout history. We're not the most peaceful fucking creatures on this planet. Look around, man. Look around. Okay? Everything is dead. It's been paved over. And it's put under lockdown. Alright? That's the species we are. Alright? We'll be lucky if we see a fucking squirrel up a tree right now. You get what I'm saying? We're not the most peaceful fucking species on the planet. And all I'm saying is, maybe it's not a good idea to fuck with people's kids. Maybe. I don't know. Unless, I don't know. Fuck it. Solo YOLO BOLO. Peace.